Friends. So today we would be talking about the expenditure method of national income. As we did in income method, we tried clubbing all the incomes which are generated in the economy all throughout to land on one figure, and that showed the national income. On a very similar note, we would here in this method try to include and club all the expenditures which happen in the economy. So let's have a better understanding with the help of whiteboard. Before proceeding any further in this, I just want you to be back at the concept of circular flow of income. And if you remember that in the very first chapter of national income, we talked about the four sectors, and these are household sector, firms, government, and the rest of the world, the external world, or the foreign sector. Right. So let's understand how this concept is utilized to give the pavement and the base to expenditure method. Right. Let's proceed. Expenditure method gives us GDP at MP. And the components of expenditure method are private final consumption expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, gross domestic capital formation, and net exports. And if you just try to see, these four components are exactly these all components named in a different manner. Private final consumption expenditure, this is the household sector. The sector which is a consuming sector, which is not producing and it's not in the profit making. So here, either you have the term private final consumption expenditure, or along with the households, you can be given the non-profit organizations. So point is, either you are given this way or you are given as the combination of these two to make the private final consumption expenditure. Now, you please pay attention to the nomenclature here. The private means belonging to the household sector. Final means the expenditure should be done on the final goods, not on the intermediate goods. Consumption means here in this very tab, we are only talking about the consumption expenditure. It's not at all the capital expenditure. So this makes it very clear. Like as we read in the previous chapter, that households do spend on a number of utilities which are durable, semi-durable, non-durable in nature, or these are services. Like any expenditure on TV, fridge, washing machine, AC, clothing, food, entertainment, or whatnot, right? All that expenditure is put here under the header private final consumption expenditure. There is only one expenditure done by this sector which is categorized here, and that will be taken up when I go to the third tab. Now let's talk about the government final consumption expenditure. Before any further, let's understand that government has got primarily two functions. One function relates to the welfare and one function relates to the growth, right? So the growth of economy and the country is also the function of government as well as the welfare. Welfare part is the consumption expenditure of the government. Whenever government spends anything for the health, for the education, for the defense, for law, for peace, or any other such thing of its nationalites, right? That falls under the category of government final consumption expenditure. And for this very thing, for this very welfare motive, whatever salaries it pays to its staff members, the government employees, the IEC thereon, that all becomes a part of government final consumption expenditure. Then the third is gross domestic capital formation. Please mind you that this second has already been treated here, but there is one component missing and would be taken up here. Now, this sector, this third component talks about the capital formation. Capital formation means addition of the capital stock to the country. So, capital stock means the productive capacities of the nation are enhanced here. So, this is categorized into two parts, the fixed as well as the inventory. So, it has got two parts. Gross domestic capital formation has got two parts, gross fixed capital formation and inventory. So, when we talk about the fixed component of capital formation, we have further three components here. Gross business fixed investment. Here we have gross domestic fixed investment or domestic or residential construction. So residential construction and gross public investment. And this inventory or change in stock is already there. So let's talk about all of these one by one. Gross business fixed investment means this component is talking about all the firms where they invest or spend on the land and building, the plant and machinery, or any other fixed assets. So, land and building, plant and machinery. So, all these expenditures would be a part of business fixed investment. When we talk about gross residential construction, means as and when the housing sector, the household, the people from this first component construct any house, residential construction, that would be a part of residential construction here. So as I talked previously, there is one component, only one component from this private final consumption expenditure, which is a part of gross domestic capital formation. This is this component when households go for the construction of residential properties. And then we have gross public investment. I talked about this aspect that government has two functions primarily. It has the function of growth as well as the welfare. So welfare means whenever it's spending on consumption goods, that is for the welfare motive, and whenever it is trying to increase the capacity of the nation to produce further and adding to the capital stock of the nation in terms of you may say the flyover, right, the bridges, dams, roads. So all these dams, roads, or any other construction which adds to the infrastructural needs of the nation. So that would be a part of government fixed expenditure. Right. So after fixed, we have the second component, and that is the inventory. Inventory is never ever written this way. Inventory's example is it can be raw material, it can be semi-finished good, it can be finished goods. But the point is we have raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods, right. But we may have some stock handed over to us from the previous year. So we have to have the consumption or the expenditure for this ongoing year. That's why we say the change in inventory. And the change in inventory is the closing stock minus the opening stock. There are a number of formats in which this inventory is given for numerical perspective, and that would be dealt when we are dealing with the numerical section. And then the last concept and the last component of this method is net exports. And when I say net exports means the value is exports minus imports. Now, what is it? This is the fourth component of or the fourth sector of the economy. Let me take you back once again here. The households are covered here in private final consumption expenditure and just one component of residential construction here. The firms are here altogether because it's profit making and they are into the capital formation activity. Governments is covered here when consumption is talked about, and a bit of the public investment is also talked about. So That's why we say this is gross domestic capital formation. When I say gross, because it is talking about the capital formation on the part of households as well as on the part of firms. That's why we're saying gross, means the total. So this way, we have covered these three sectors in these three components so far. Now let's talk about the rest of the world. Why are we taking it? Because there is some expenditure which is done in the nation by the foreigners as well. There are so many tourists who come and buy the things from here from. So whatever are these tourists spending on in India becomes the export component. And on the contrary, if some Indians are just abroad for some reason, maybe for some touring or education, or so whatever they are spending there, that would be considered as imports. So this makes the totality of gross domestic GDP, gross domestic product at market price. All these four components will club together to make GDP at MP. Let me give you a small perspective of GDCF from the numerical aspect also. We need GDCF, gross domestic capital formation. So from numerical perspective, this is distorted in 3-4 manners. Like it can be given NDCF, net domestic capital formation. In that case, what would we do? We would simply add the value of depreciation to make it GDCF. Sometimes we are also given GDFCF. What does this mean? That is gross domestic fixed capital formation. It means the half-hearted part is given. See, the capital and only this fixed component is given here and inventory is missed out. So what is the remedy? When we are given GDFCS, we have to add change in stock to make it full GDCF component. On a very similar note, we can be given NDFCF, means net domestic fixed capital formation. So when we're talking about net, it means we need depreciation to make it gross. Now it is gross. And when we have fixed, means we have to add its counterpart, and that is the change in stock. And this is how we convert all other formats of NDCF, GDFCF and NDFCF into GDCF. So this way, when we are dealing with the method, we must have all four finalized. We see the contribution made by all the methods and then we club together to get GDPMP. So let's have the outline of this method now. Outline of the method. So what are the steps? This is a very important question from paper's perspective because it most often carries 4 steps and 4 marks. Let's begin. First step, recognize all the sectors and the expenditure done by them. So recognize all the sectors and their expenditure. Second, club all the expenditure done by them to get GDP MP. The third step is convert into domestic income, NDPMP. And how do we get NDPMP from GDPMP? Let me give you all the 3 equations once again. So gross is equal to net plus depreciation. Factor cost is equal to market price minus NIT, and domestic add NFIA gives you national. Right. So if G is to be converted into N, simply subtract depreciation. So I have got the domestic income in this step. And the fourth and the last step is getting the national income, and the symbol of national income is NNP at FC. So I have NDP at MP. What do we do now? Domestic is to be converted into national. So add NFIA, the contribution from abroad, net contribution from abroad. And then we have MP. So subtract NIT to get NNP at FC. This way, we land into the figure of national income using expenditure method. Let's now discuss some of the precautions which are required to be taken while dealing with this method. So the precautions of I'm so sorry. Of expenditure method. The first point is the intermediate good expenditure or the expenditure done on intermediate goods would not be included. So it's only the final goods and the expenditure done on them is included, not the intermediate. Second is expenditure done on second-hand goods, as we did in income method also. Those incomes are not included here. It is expenditure method. So the expenditure on second-hand goods also will not be included, but the commission thereon would be included. Then we have the expenditure done on transfer payments would not be a part of it. In income method, we write transfer income. This is expenditure method, so we write transfer payments. So transfer payments would not be added. Fourth, the expenditure on self-consumption would always be a part of it. So expenditure on self-consumption is a part, right? And again, similar to the previous method, the expenditure on the financial goods. And what are the financial goods? All those financial papers which talk about the purchase and sale of shares, debentures, bonds. So financial transactions and any expenditure their own are not a part of the expenditure method of national income. With this, we have come to the closure of this video. Stay tuned for next videos on the numericals. Bye. Have a great day.